Edition of the same book? The short answer to this question is yes. By 2020, the time was right to embark on China CEO 2 for one main reason. China has changed dramatically. And meanwhile, interest in working in or with China from the rest of the world remains as strong and vibrant as it was in 2006. Thus, the advice given by our interviewees in 2006, detailing how to lead large teams and complex operations for MNCs in China, needed updating. What we didn't know until we began conducting interviews is whether another China CEO book was needed. Given China's high profile and rising global presence in both the international business and political arenas during the country's 40 years of reform and opening, perhaps most non-Chinese executives working in or with China already knew how to succeed here. Maybe enough information was available, online and digitally, to offer the resources needed to close cultural gaps and to prevent business mistakes from being made. But as soon as we conducted the first interviews for China CEO 2, we confirmed another compelling reason to write this book. Multinational companies still grapple with significant challenges when operating in China. Namely, foreign companies, and the executives running them, continue to face difficulties, including cultural differences between an MNC's home country and China. Misunderstandings caused by geographical distance or psychological separation from a company's top executives, and problems caused by variations in standards or misalignments in business communications norms, negotiating styles, or operating procedures. After the first two interviews for the potential new book, we felt affirmed in the value of our endeavor to again gather first-hand information and advice through in-depth interviews with those holding top executive positions at selected high-profile multinational companies with large-scale operations in China. As with the first book, we interviewed only those holding the position of China CEO or the equivalent position in the language of their company. Each of our interviewees has been in his or her position for at least 1 year at the time of our interview. This time period was essential for us to feel that the challenges detailed and advice given had survived the test of time, and that the CEO's advice would therefore be fully useful to our listeners. Most had been in the role of leading China operations for their company for at least 5 years. China's boom since 2006. To help listeners grasp the extremely fast pace of change underway in China today, we offer a snapshot of the giant strides the nation has made in terms of both economic and societal development between the publishing of China CEO in 2006 and China CEO 2 in 2020. Consider these changes. In 2006, China was the world's 4th largest economy after the US, Japan, and Germany. In 2018, China was the world's 2nd largest economy, surpassing Japan as of 2010. Some analysts project China to surpass the US as the world's largest economy by 2030, HSBC. When purchasing power parity is factored in, China has been the world's leading economy since 2016. In 2006, China was the world's 3rd largest exporting nation after the EU and the US, with exports of $968 billion. By 2018, China was the globe's leading exporter, with $2.49 trillion in exports. Per capita GDP for Chinese citizens went from $2,099 in 2006 to $10,099 in 2019. This places China above both Mexico, $9,866, and Bulgaria, $9,504 in terms of per capita GDP, and close to Russia, $11,461. And in China's first-tier cities, incomes are far higher. In Shanghai, for example, per capita GDP was over $20,000 in 2018. China's cell phone subscriptions went from 34